Hello, my name's Justin Pollock. I'm 32 years old. I was born in Ohio and I also spent a little bit of time in North Dakota towards the end of my senior year. Although I've lived in Florida probably the majority of my life. It's quite a contrast as far as the weather is concerned, but I'm glad that I don't have to deal with sub-zero temperatures anymore. And I don't have the intention of ever moving up north again. Um, but growing up, Florida was always like a vacation spot for my family and I. We always went to the theme parks and things like that, and that's still something I enjoy doing. All the theme parks and like the tourist attractions that most Florida people take for granted. It's still something that I very much enjoy. I'm also really a big fan of creative writing, just the freedom of being able to explore your imagination and come up with characters and places that no one else has ever seen or heard of, and then being able to share those creations with other people is just something that I find to be very satisfying and very therapeutic in a way even. And I'm also really a big fan of going to the gym, going and learning new exercises and things along that nature, which is one of the main reasons, of course, I'm interested in physical therapy. As for why I want to be a physical therapist, as I previously mentioned, going to the gym and learning new exercises and finding out how those exercises affect and strengthen certain muscle groups, it's always just been a hobby of mine and something I've been interested in and that I've researched, through YouTube and online articles and things like that. It was never really something that I considered doing professionally. It wasn't until my sister actually gave me the idea because she had to visit a physical therapist and she thought it might be something that I would be interested in. So I ended up volunteering at a physical therapist office for a few months, and during that time, it was just kind of like a eye-opening experience to find out that, the things that I was just doing in the gym that could actually be applied in a setting to help people, who maybe can't walk or who are suffering with back pain or things like that. And it just sort of seemed like a natural progression for taking something that I already have a passion for and turning that passion into something that I can make a career out of. When it comes to the three qualities I believe I have that make me a good candidate for the physical therapy assistant program, the first quality I would have to say would be patience. I've worked in customer service for most of my life, and as people know, patience is a quality that is somewhat of a necessity, whether it's listening to customer complaints or concerns or working alongside other employees who might work differently than you or might, work slower than you or something. You have to be understanding and be patient. Also, from what I learned volunteering in the physical therapist office, it's very important to be patient because there's going to be a lot of people that you work with who might be slow due to, being older age or due to injury or something. You have to, be able to adjust your expectations and, have patience for people who might not be as physically, strong as you might be. As for the other qualities, the second quality I would have to say would be creativity. Things aren't always going to go your way in the workplace, and you need to be able to think on your feet when situations don't go your way. You need, a backup plan to be able to think of a solution. And so I believe that creativity is very important. As for the last quality, I would have to say would be empathy. Anyone going into a healthcare career needs to have this quality because, ultimately the reason you're entering the career is because your intention is to help people and to help the community as a whole. And I believe that's also very important to have. Professionalism to me is selflessness in a way. It's about realizing that not everything's about you. And despite how you might be feeling, you need to always present the best version of yourself possible. Um, a lot of the times, the way that you act will have a direct impact on the way that people perceive you and also their own attitudes as well. If you're in a good mood, it's going to put other people in a good mood. And if you can instill confidence in people, it's going to, in return, reward you with their trust. And trust is a very important thing, especially when you have patience and there's people who are looking up to you, to help them and to help them recover and things like that. So I just believe it's very important to always strive to be consistent in your work and to, never forfeit your own qualities due to how you feel or, due to any temptation that you might have to, lower your standards and your own, things that you value the most. What I'm excited for most about the physical therapy assistant program is the hands-on training. I'm really excited to not only learn about the different techniques and exercises and things like that, but to also be able to practice them on each other and learn why we do them, how they affect the different muscles, and also the incorrect ways of doing things as opposed to correct ways of doing things, and maybe common misconceptions that occur among physical therapists. I'm also excited to learn about how exactly we diagnose brand new patients. I feel like it's a very important step as a physical therapist, because if we don't know exactly what's wrong with a patient, or if we misdiagnose them, then their road to recovery is going to take that much longer. And of course, we want to see people not take longer to recover, but recover as quickly as possible, so that they can get better as quickly as possible. And with all that being said, I just want to thank you for your time and consideration, and I look forward to hearing more from you.